Good morning again, guys. Welcome to my channel. I'm Toni, and today we are making Filipino food. So, maluto ta sang bihon. Ngayon, magluluto tayo ng bihon. And so today we're gonna make bihon. We're gonna cook bihon. Bihon, there's like different types in different regions depending on where you're at. But the one I'm making today is just how my mom used to make it. So let's go. It requires a lot of vegetables, but I'm gonna let you know which ones that you can, substitute it with, or which one you can take out and live without. So yeah, different regions. I mean, Philippines has 7,107 islands and it's been colonized by everybody. So there's different, in our cuisine, there's different types of food. There's Chinese, there's Japanese, there's Spanish. Obviously, a lot of our words are in Spanish. So yeah, there's just different types to make our food. So, and some of them even have the same names. So this one today, it's just bihon, it's just the rice noodles. Some other places, they do add different types of noodles, but this one, it's gonna be the rice noodles. And yeah, let's get started. But before we do that, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the thumbs up so that every time I post a video, which is every Mondays, you get to see them. I used to post 2 videos, but it's been a lot, so I just post Mondays now. So yeah, let's get started. Before we get started, actually, I just wanted to say that since we are making this recipe with just what we can find in the regular grocery stores, I want to let you know that I am not using any soy sauce. Typically you use soy sauce, fish sauce, stuff like that. My husband doesn't like fish sauce, so I always get fish sauce. And we try not to use any artificial flavoring, so I'm not going to use any bouillon. I am just using the chicken bone broth and also liquid aminos for my flavoring. So yeah, just wanted to let you know. Okay guys, so here are our vegetables. So I don't feel like showing you how I sliced this because I sliced this the night before and I didn't realize that I wanted to tape this, and so I can't show you how I slice these veggies. But first we're gonna need about 3 stalks of scallions, and this is about just like an inch slices. So I'm only gonna use half of this, and then the rest will be like for our toppings, and then half a white onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 medium carrot, and there are like flower ones here. Just I'm gonna use that for like toppings. Whole red bell pepper, you can use green one, orange, yellow, whatever. And then 2 stalks of celery that I cut in an angle, just like this. And then this is optional, but you can definitely find these now in like your Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. These are chayote. I believe they're just like white squash or something, but in Filipino dishes we use a lot of these. And then you're gonna need about half of the package of this shredded cabbage. I don't feel like buying the whole cabbage and I don't feel like shredding it, so I just bought this shredded one from Trader Joe's. So yeah, here are our veggies. And for our proteins, I am using 1 whole chicken breast here that I chopped for about maybe like an inch or so. This is how big they are, just a little bite size. And also I have 10 large shrimps here that I cut into 3s. I have 2 whole ones here that I'm gonna use for the topping, aesthetics. And then I have 2 whole Chinese sausage that I cut in an angle. And then just 1 slice of pork belly just for a little bit of fat. But usually you don't really need this. But yeah, in our city or town, we have your meat and your seafood mixed together. So yeah, here are our proteins. And then for our noodles, this is what the package looks like. You can find this in any supermarkets now, actually. So this is the rice noodles that I soaked in cold water for about an hour, and it's ready to be cooked. So we are gonna cook our veggies first. So I have the heat into medium, And I'm just gonna add about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil here. And we are gonna go from vegetables from the hardest, I guess, is what you can say, hardest to the ones that cook faster. So we're gonna start on the carrots. So we're just gonna saute this for a couple of minutes. And we're gonna add our next vegetables, which is the chayote and then the celery. I'm using sea salt here. Smells so good already. Smells very healthy actually. Okay, so now that our vegetable is almost done, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of the liquid aminos and about 1/3 cup of the chicken bone broth. Just gonna let it rest for a couple of minutes, and we are going to take it out and set it aside for later. So guys, leave it to me to mess up. I totally forgot about the green beans. I already cooked the vegetables and I'm quickly making the green beans right now. Just the same thing the way that I did the rest of the vegetables. And then we're gonna go move on to our proteins. Okay, so now we're back in business. I'm gonna add another 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil right there. And first, I am going to cook our chicken. Okay, so after the chicken, we are going to add our pork. I'm just gonna cook this. So as you can see, our shrimp is about to be cooked. Now we are going to add our Chinese sausage. So the Chinese sausage gives a little bit of flavor already, so that's why I want to wait until I season this, so I'll make sure that it's not salty. Okay, so now that it's cooked, everything is cooked, we are now going to add our aromatics. So we have your garlic, your onions, and half of your scallions. Smells so good. So good. Masarap siya. So now I am just going to add 2 tablespoons of the liquid aminos. And a little bit of pepper. And I'm just gonna mix this. Take it out and then set it aside for later. So using the same pan, there's a little bit of the juice from the meat here. So I'm just going to add about a cup of the chicken broth or chicken stock. We're gonna need probably another cup of that, but we're gonna add that later. So I'm just gonna let this boil for a minute or so. So while our broth is boiling, we are going to cut these noodles because they're very long. So we're gonna just roughly cut them. And this is gonna cook pretty fast too, by the way. So now that our broth is boiling, what we're gonna do is slowly add our noodles in here. Okay guys, so our BIHON is starting to pop. Now we are going to add all of our ingredients in here. I should have gotten a bigger pot, huh? But what can you do? we're just gonna slowly mix this. This is also when we add our rest of our chicken stock. And 2 more tablespoons of the liquid aminos. Salt and pepper to taste. Okay guys, it looks like our noodles is ready. Okay guys, here is our BIHON. I'm just gonna sprinkle the pork rinds on top, totally optional, but it just adds more crunch and flavor to the dish. And then the best part, let's crack this egg. Now I'm using soft boiled here, but most of the time they do the hard boiled eggs, but I don't like that. I like my egg runny. How perfect are these eggs? So 7 minutes guys. Make sure that your eggs is room temperature. And there you have it. This is our BIHON. Okay, tikman na natin siya. Let's try this. Get some egg here. Some chicken and shrimp. Chicharron for crunch. Feels like home. It's so good. That's why you don't want to overcook the veggies. And how cute are my little flowers? And the egg from the yolk. I mean the yolk. Where else would the yolk come from? But this is so good. It's very tasty without having so much sodium. That's why it makes it really, really good. Hindi siya maalat. It's not salty. Masarap. I'm supposed to go eat after this somewhere. But I can't stop eating this. It's just so freaking good. Well, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you get to make this at home, and if you do, please let me know. And before you leave, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you next video. Salamat po!